Hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today for a quick TRX Pilates routine designed especially for beginners. We're going to keep things really simple today, but still get a really great workout. So we're going to do all the exercises with this one strap length. So I'd like you to bring your strap length to come to a kneeling position and then adjust your straps so they're about hip height. So just take a few moments to adjust yourself, get yourself to that right length, and then come to a kneeling position with your knees hip distance apart. So just placing your hands onto the straps. We're going to avoid gripping the straps throughout, and we're going to instead focus on pressing down and away with the straps. So we're always thinking about lengthening. So now we're just going to start drawing in the abdominals, finding a core connection, which is a really essential part of Pilates. So drawing belly button to spine, finding 100% engagement first of all, and then gently releasing it down to about 30%. And then drawing the crown of your head up nice and tall. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, we're just going to hinge from the hips, pressing down and away with the straps, sending the hips back and then reaching forward. So a little stretch in the shoulders. We'll just start with a little mobility and stretch to start warming up. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, just bring yourself back up. And again, reaching forwards, extending the fingertips away. Allow yourself to stretch out of the shoulders and then bring yourself back up. Abdominals stay engaged throughout. And again, reaching forwards and then drawing back. This time we're going to circle the arms nice and widely open. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, open the chest, and then circle the arms back around and then take that hinge forwards. Reach. And again, coming up, circle the arms, open the chest, and again, reaching forwards, bringing yourself up, circle the arms. Just coming back to your central position, extend your left leg out long by your side. So your right knee stays underneath the hip, and then you're extending that leg nice and long. We're going to do the same movement now. So reaching forwards, this time you'll probably feel a stretch on the extended leg. So hold here, reach forwards, inhale and exhale, bring yourself up, circle the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw the arms back round, take that hinge. And again, lifting up. So I will give you some breathing cues throughout. Breathing is an essential part of Pilates practice. But when you're a beginner, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So just make sure you're not holding your breath is probably the main thing. We'll do one more like this, and then we're going to move on to the other side. Abdominals stay engaged. Bring yourself up, circle the arms, keep those shoulders down. And then just come back to center. Bring that knee back into its start position. Extend the other leg, making sure that that knee is still underneath the hip. And then we'll hinge forwards, lift and circle. And again, abs engaged, hinge forwards, lift and circle. We'll do 3 more. So we're just working through a nice mobilization and warm up of the joints. Starting to loosen up some of those bigger muscles in the legs. But we are going to have a nice full body approach today. Last one. Lovely. And then come back to a kneeling position. So we're going to warm up the core muscles and the quads, the fronts of the legs. So I'd like you to stay in your kneeling position so the straps are in front of you. Anchor point is just a little bit in front of you. So once again, finding that core connection, drawing up tall, unfold your toes. And this time we're going to start to keep the body nice and rigid and start to lean back. So go a small way to begin with, and then bring yourself back up. And again, drawing back. And just hold here for a moment. And now this time as you bring yourself up, I want you to really squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, and then lift yourself back up and then open out those arms. And then bring them back in front. This time as you're leaning back, actively start to press your fingertips into the straps. See if you can go a little bit further, still keeping that nice straight alignment, shoulder to knee. Abdominals are strong. Inhale and exhale to lift and open up the arms. Quick recovery. And again, inhale, leaning back. hold here. This time we're going to hold and start to circle the arms open while we're here, as wide as you're able. Draw them back down in front, still keeping the depth in this hinge, and then lift yourself up. And again, taking it back, shoulders down, open wide. Draw them back down in front and lift. One more time, abs strong. Hold here, circle the arms nice and wide. Draw them back in front, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, and lift yourself back up. Open out the arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then draw them back down in front. Okay, so now we're going to work onto some lower abdominals. So bring yourself to a seated position and sit about centrally on your mat, directly underneath your anchor point. So once again, we're going to be pressing into the straps and away. So feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart, and they're going to stay there. So as if they're glued to the floor, scooping in your abdominals, finding that connection. We're going to start to roll back slightly, pause for a moment, and then roll back up. So we're going to keep doing this movement a few times just as we start to really connect to those lower abdominal muscles, drawing back. Maybe you'll start to go a little bit deeper each time, finding your depth. It's a lot easier to go down than it is to come back up. So making sure that the feet are in contact with the floor and coming back up. Lovely. We're going to do 3 more like this. And 2. And last one. Bring yourself back up, open up the arms, inhale, exhale, bring the arms back in front, scoop, and then you're going to roll and hold yourself now about halfway. So we're going to just hold here and now start to take the left arm out to the side, bring it back, and then the left arm again. So we're just working on one side for now. Keep scooping the abdominals, actively reaching forwards with the right hand. One more on the left, out to the side. Bring it back, scoop and roll yourself all the way up, opening out the arms, quick recovery, draw them back in front, scoop and roll and hold halfway once again. And now we'll take the right arm out to the side, bring it back. And again, reach and back, shoulders down, abs engaged. Last 2 and last 1. Bring it back, scoop and roll yourself all the way back up. Quick recovery, open out, take a nice deep inhale and then bring yourself back down halfway. Okay, we're going to add on to this now, but if it gets too much, you can just roll yourself up slightly or all the way and take that nice recovery stretch. So we're going to take the left arm out to the side and bring it back, and then the right arm out to the side and then bring it back. And now we're going to go for both arms. So as wide as you're able to, pressing in and away, not gripping onto the straps, and then draw them back, center, and go left and back and right. Keep scooping the abdominals, and then both, opening out nice and wide, and then drawing them back. One more round, take it out to the left, and then to the right, back to center, and then both, opening out nice and wide. Bring them back to center, take an inhale here and exhale, scoop and roll yourself all the way up, open out the arms, inhale and exhale, bring it back. Okay, we're going to move around to a shoulder bridge position now. So we're going to keep the straps exactly where they are, come to lay down, and we're going to start with the left leg in the straps. So insert your heel first, so your toes are pointing up, so just make sure you're nice and secure there. So all we're going to do is bring the right standing leg quite close to your body, and then we're going to start to peel up into a shoulder bridge. So from here, I'd like you to then pop up onto your toes. So you've lifted your heel away from the floor, place your hands down on the floor for a bit of stability, and then we're just going to start to dip down towards the floor and then press back up. So abs engaged, hips stay level, the glutes are engaged as you dip and then press back up. So we want to keep the straps nice and taut, and we want to limit the movement in this left extended leg. So dipping down and lifting up. The ribs should never come higher than the shoulders, so just make sure your abdominals and your ribs are nicely drawn in tight. We'll do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Hold it up here. Pressing your left heel into the straps, we're going to start to float this right knee up to a tabletop position. You'll instantly feel that on your left hamstring. So hold here, hips are high and level, and then just lower that leg back down. So the movement comes from the hip, toe makes contact back in the floor. So really strong movement on that left leg. Take an inhale, check your hips are high and level, abs engaged, float it back up to that tabletop position, and then float it back down. Release. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, lift, and then release it down. 1 more. Float it up, tabletop, and then release it back down. Replace your heel to the floor and gently roll yourself all the way down. We're going to move straight onto the other leg. So securing yourself first, heel first, toes pointing up, and laying flat on your mat. So we've got the left foot in contact with the floor, and then we're going to roll up into that shoulder bridge again, and then popping up onto the toes. And once again, we're just going to start to dip down and press back up. So we're going about halfway, really engaging the glutes, squeezing that left glute as you're coming up. We've got another 4 here. So just really paying attention to the abdominal engagement, the hips staying even. Another 2. Last one, hold it up. Pressing your right heel right into those straps, float that left leg up into a tabletop position, hips high and level, and then float it back down, toe comes back down to the floor. Release. And again, inhale, lift it to tabletop, and then release it back down. 2 more. Inhale to lift, and then exhale to release. Last one, lift, and then release it down. Place your heel back onto the floor, roll yourself all the way down, release your foot from the straps, and then slowly bring yourself up. So there you go, a lovely introduction to TRX Pilates, full body workout. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Leave me any comments below. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.